Vinyasa or a reclined butterfly, where the knees are wide to the sides and the soles of the feet are connected towards the center. Take a moment to come into your mat, and once you're there, maybe you want to take a deep inhale through the nose and a long release out of your mouth. Keep your eyes closed. Let the breath become the focus of your meditation of this moment. Becoming fully aware of the inhalations, fully conscious of the exhalations. And try to use your exhalations here when you're laying on your back to allow the body to relax a little bit more. You feel a little bit heavier, relaxing, becoming free of tension. And once you have found the back side of the body resting on your mat, feel the front opening, becoming a bit more spacious, a bit more light as well. And through the back side of the body now you feel that connection to the ground, that support that the earth gives us. And feel that support as your friend, something that allows yourself to always be grounded, to come and rest on a position like this whenever you feel tired in today's practice. Or even when you had an agitated day and you need to just calm down, try to come closer to the floor. That always helps to calm the mind. Allows the tension to go through the backside of the body into the earth. Becoming in this way a bit more calm, peaceful, and relaxed. And now see if you can become fully conscious of your breath for the next 10 inhales and the next 10 exhales. And now see if you can take a long, deep inhale through the nose. And again, a long release out of your mouth. Start bringing gentle movement to the fingers in your hands, to the hands, to the wrists. If you have your legs like butterfly legs, just start maybe tapping the toes against each other. Maybe moving a little into your feet. If you still have your legs like butterfly legs, use the hands under the thighs to help you close the knees towards the center. And then extend your legs towards the bottom of your mat. So we come back like in a Shavasana position. And from this place, let everyone take the arms above your head and feel yourself stretching. Lengthen your whole body, feel the feet and the hands moving away from each other. And I realize that from here, we're gonna walk the hands, both of them, to the top right corner of your mat. And same with the feet, they go to the bottom right corner. So think about making a banana shape. It's called banana asana in yin yoga, which basically the body makes a curve to one side And then you will feel a side stretch to the torso. You can always take the foot which is from closer to the middle of your mat on top of the other one. That increases a little bit the stretch. And same with the hands. The hand which is below or in the more on the edge of your mat can go and hold the other one. And in that way you feel a little bit more pull to the side of your body. Once you have found that position, let your body just melt here and observe the gentle opening of the side. We take 3 more breaths here. And with an exhalation, become again aware of the body. And we slowly uncross the feet. If they have them crossed, we come to the center. We lengthen the body again. Hands and feet away from each other. And then an exhalation now. Both hands to the top left corner, feet to the bottom left corner of your mat. And then now you make your banana shape to the other side. Now take the time to find the position of your arms and your legs. And once you have found them, allow the body to melt here. Notice the stretch now on the other side of your torso. And I would like to, I wanted to begin like this today's practice because we're going to focus actually on opening the sides of the body, that side torso. So we're going to move into many different kind of stretches. It's going to create space on this side of the body. But at the same time, we strengthen the other parts. So take now your last 3 breaths on this side as well. And with the next inhalation, return to the center with hands and feet. See if you want to lengthen the arms and the feet away from each other. One more time, moving everything away from each other. And exhalation, bring the hands down, bring the knees into your chest, and allow the hands to connect to your legs. And use them to hug yourself to the midline. See if you want to move here a little bit to the side. See if you want to massage into your lower back today. Notice how this feels. And allow the legs to move together. If you're interlacing your hands or holding to your wrists, or if you want to move the legs separately, then hold each leg with each hand, allow them to move in different directions, in different rhythms. Take 5 more breaths for yourself here. Notice how your lower back feels today, how much openness is there on the hips. And then bring the knees again towards the center. Give yourself a gentle squeeze with both hands towards the chest. Then start taking the hands right behind your thighs, so under the knees. See if you can bring your feet coming up above your head and then rock back and forth on your spine. See if you can do it a couple of times. You will feel yourself rocking on your spine, coming forward. Try to balance, so don't allow the feet to touch the floor. See if you can come forward and again, hold yourself into balance here. And again, come back again. Let's do it 3 more times. And on the last one, we're gonna come again into balance, which means the feet are not touching the floor. The shoulders move a little bit more back, the navel moves in, the back remains straight. We can lift the feet a little bit more in alignment with your knees. And then let's take the hands forward. We find Navasana, boat pose. We hold it here for 5 more breaths. Focus on the sensation. If your body's trembling, allow the trembling to be there, just observe it. Last 2 breaths now. And then gently, with a big smile, allow the legs to come down to the floor, feeling grateful that they connect. And let's take a moment to sit nice and straight on our back with the sitting bones connecting to the ground. If you want to sit again on your block or on your prop, maybe you want to find it under your sitting bones. It's not just find a comfortable cross-legged or a half lotus position where you can sit nice and straight. Allow the hands to relax on top of your legs. Let the shoulders come down away from the ears. Close your eyes if you have them open. And take a moment here of silence for yourself to again become connected to your breath. Allow the belly, especially here as you breathe in, to move in and out with every breath you take. And then very gently from this position, allow the palms to come in front of your heart center, the thumbs connecting to the area of your chest. See if you can connect with the thumbs into the sternum, and through that connection, we start listening to the heartbeats of the heart. And from this place of connection to your heart center, see if you want to bring an intention for your practice for today. And to release a little bit more tension, let's take a couple of out breaths throughout the mouth. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Long release through the mouth. One more time, inhaling deeply. Exhale, releasing. Let's take a deep inhale for Om. And with the next exhalation, allow the head to drop down for a moment towards your hands. Feel yourself that connection to that intention, and that you surrender yourself into your own practice without judging your body. And with the next exhalation, lift the head nice and straight. Let the hands drop on top of your legs. And with a smile, allow the eyes to open again. Allow the energy and the light to come back into you. Now from here, keep sitting straight, but if you have one leg on front, see if you can lean back and change the crossing of your legs. So now we bring the other leg on front, and then we sit back down on the same position as we were. This allows the hips to become a little bit more even. And from this place, we're going to take a deep inhalation, circle the arms from the sides, bring the palms above your head. On exhalation, bring the palms together in front of the heart center. Take a deep inhalation on the middle. On exhalation, let's go first today to the left side. So try to turn with the chest leading that movement. Now try to move slowly, then use the breath to lengthen and inhalation, grow tall. On exhalation, you might find a bit more space. Keep leading with your chest. Avoid the head turning backwards. Try to keep your head in alignment of your chest. And again, using the breath to lengthen, growing tall. On exhalation, find a tiny bit of space to move a bit more back. Feel the whole muscles of the abdomen, and especially from the side, working together to create that twist. 2 more breaths here. We take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come to the center. Make a big circle. Inhale, bring the arms from the side. On exhalation, the palms come together on top, in front of the heart center. Inhaling on the middle. On exhalation, again, we lead with the chest and we move now to the right side. Breathing longer on the inhalations, becoming taller. On exhalation, finding the space to move to the back. And again, try to keep your head in alignment with your chest. 3 more breaths. We take 1 more inhale. Exhale, we come to the center. Inhale here. On exhalation, now we're going to lean forward. Think about the body starts bending from the hips to the front. See if you can lift your elbows to pass your legs. And then keep coming forward, but try not to bring the elbows into the floor. Try to keep them still lifted. Keep leaning. Feel the stretch on the back side of the body. No matter where you are, we take 3 more breaths. And with the next inhalation, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands down. Take a big circle. Inhale, reach the arms high from the sides, make a big circle. On exhalation, this time, right hand towards the right hip side, fingertips into the floor. Inhale to your left arm, and then we're gonna find a side flexion of the body. We bend into the elbow. Maybe the top arm keeps moving away from it to give more space. Lean to the side, but keep both sitting bones on the ground. If one sitting bone starts lifting like this, then you should press back and come back with the sitting bones. Take 3 more breaths, whatever you are. Feel the stretch and notice how open or how tight does this side feel. With an exhalation, come all the way to center, lift both arms to the sky. On exhalation, right, left fingertips to the side of the left hip. Inhale into the right arm. On exhalation, now we find a side flexion into the other direction. Move it gently, allowing the elbow to bend if it's possible. The top arm keeps extending and moving away from you, giving you space. 3 more breaths here. With an exhalation, let's return to the center. Lift both arms to the middle. On exhalation again, let's go to the right side. Go a little bit deeper this time with one breath. And this time we're gonna move through the front of the mat and then we come to the other side flexion. So inhale here, on exhalation, left arm goes forward. You make a big circle on the front with both hands and then the hand touches the floor. Right arm extends above your head. Inhale here to open and exhale, we switch, we come forward to the other side. So one breath to open, inhale to create space. Exhale to circle to the front. Inhale one side and exhale the other one. See if you can do it at least 2 more times to each side and then use the breath to guide and tell you the speed with your own movement. And when you have finished with both sides, then slowly come back with a neutral spine to the center. Let's take from here one big circle with the arms, bring the palms face each other, parallel to the stem. Keep the fingers wide. Beautiful. See if you can open the fingers a little bit more wide. Feel the stretching between the fingers. And then curl the fingers in, make a fist, make a very tight fist. Press the fingers into your palms. Feel the activation of the forearms. We keep breathing like this for 5. Press them stronger if you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open the fingers, feel the release, and then slowly take the hands down, maybe through the heart center, into the floor, or into the chest. And from here, we're gonna move into a tabletop position, which means the hands are gonna come right in front of you. Fingertips wide under your shoulders. Knees are right under the hips, so we come into a tabletop position where the whole body becomes like square, like a table. Now take a moment to feel that connection to the ground, and from this place of connection, start allowing the body to move. Maybe you can move like cats and cows if you want. Maybe you want to circle more into your spine. Pay attention to which joints of the body they need movement and space. And use the breath as the one that guides the movement. Keep exploring a little bit your body, let yourself move into different directions. Let all the joints to become fluid and open. Take 5 more breaths. Let's see if you can stretch your wrists at some point as well. Remember to always change the position of the fingers on your mat and use the movement of the hips to create a bit more stretch, more open. Great. And then we're gonna slowly come back to the tabletop position. So the fingers should be facing forward now. The palms are really flat on the floors. Adjust that the knees are right under the hips, hip distance apart as well. Now the crown of the head reaching forward, your vision is to the floor. From this position, we're gonna extend the right leg on the back, right, the toes are touching the floor still. Right leg is long, and with the next exhalation, we lift it away from the floor into balance. Now, we're gonna try to do a little bit of movement with the right leg to bring space to the side body. So think about right leg is where it is, lengthening back, the feet is flexed. On exhalation, think about the right foot comes towards the left side and touches the floor outside of your mat. Inhale, bring the leg back into center, and now take it to the right side. You can go a little bit more forward. So then it's like inhale into the middle, exhale to come to one side and tap the floor. Inhale to lift, and exhale to come down with the foot. See if you can do it a couple of times like this, so the foot starts moving to both sides. You can actually move with one side to the other one directly, and then you will feel this bring movement to the side of your body. See if you can do it a little bit faster, and start feeling how the side of the body Start becoming a bit more active to create that movement from the hips into rib cage area. Great. The next time you come to the left side, keep it there. Allow the toes to stay on the floor. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhalation, bring the head and look towards that foot on the back. Look into the right one. Press from the hands if you can find a bit more stretch to the side of your body. Great. With the next inhalation, let's return the head first into the center. Inhale, bring the right leg into balance. Imagine that heel wants to press something behind you. The hips remain square. And now can you take the right foot right behind the left one on the floor? Toes touch. So it's kind of like both feet are in the same alignment. Now, from here, we're going to press the foot away. Take the right heel into the floor completely. Feet are both still in alignment. Inhale, lift the arm and open to the side. Become kind of like a supported side plank where your body is open to long side of the mat. The right foot is grounded, the left knee is on the floor. Feel the space here. Now, if you want to create more space to the side body, think about the top arm can reach forward to the front of your mat. And this it will create a little bit more stretch. You can point the right foot kind of like away from you. And then in that way, you will also stretch a bit more to the side. Reach the arm a little bit more to the front. One more breath here. On exhalation, right hand into the floor. Bring the right foot on the floor. And the same line of the right hand, more or less. Now press the floor away. With the next inhalation, let's lift the left knee into the chest, round your back. And we hold it here. For 3. Strong arms and strong leg. Lift the knee a little bit higher towards the chest. 2. And 1. Inhale, come into your plank pose. On exhalation, drop the knees down. Inhale, open to the chest. Exhale, chest and chin between the hands. Inhale, glide forward, come into a cobra. Untuck your toes, lift the hands off the floor. Feel the activation of the back and keep breathing here for 3. Strong legs. 2. 1. Exhale, slowly come down with the torso, press the hands on the floor. And come all the way back into your tabletop position. Take a moment to settle in again into the table. If you need to shake anything or move, please do. Maybe you want to take a deep exhale out of your mouth. Now, one more time. Let's move into the other leg, into the left one to do the same flow. So we start by extending first the left toes, left leg on the back. Left toes are touching the floor still. Arms are active. We keep space between the ground and the chest. Inhale, lift the left leg into balance. First, find your balance. Keep the hips square. Beautiful. Take one more inhalation here. On exhalation, take the left foot towards the right side of the mat. Let the right toe touch the floor. Inhale, bring the leg into balance. Again, reach it back. On exhalation, take it towards the left side. Inhale into balance. And exhale to the right. And again, you start moving like this, tapping the toes on both sides, outside of your mat, with the toes. And you start feeling the movement that comes from the hip, from the obliques, which are the muscles around the hip area, connecting to the rib cage. See if you can move a little bit more. And notice that movement on the torso. 2 more times to each side. And then inhale, bring the leg into balance again. Hold it there. Take the left toes towards the right side. Let the toes stay on the floor. Inhale, lengthen the head forward. Exhalation, now bring the gaze and look towards your left toes with the head. Now you will press with the hands if you want to increase the side stretch of the body. Notice how this side feels. We stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, head to the front. Inhale, leg into balance. Drop the toes behind the right foot and then drop the left heel on the ground. Now, both feet are kind of like on the same line. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, the left arm reaches high. You come up to your side plank. Maybe the gaze follows up. And again, we have the option to point the left toes towards the back of the mat away from you. And if you want to increase the side stretch of the body, the left arm can reach forward towards the front of your mat. Keep pressing the right hand on the floor. Keep holding the balance with the right knee as well on the floor. Left toes are active. We stay here for 3 more breaths. Long body here. We take one more inhale. On exhalation, left hand comes into the floor. Inhale, bring the left leg straight forward. Left toes remains on the floor, but now the left toes are kind of behind the left hand. So there's a bit more of alignment between the hand and the back foot here. Now press from the hands, and with the next exhalation, lift the right knee to the chest. 3-legged plank, and we hold it here for 3. Lift the knee higher to your chest. 2, 1. Inhale into your plank pose. On exhalation, knees down again. Inhale, open the chest first. Exhale, chest and chin between the hands. Inhale, glide forward. Come into your cobra. Untuck your toes, lift the hands. Strong legs, active back, and we stay this time for 5, 4. Focus on the activation of your back and on your legs. 3, 2, 1. And exhale, lower the torso, land the hands on the floor. Inhale, come all the way up and back into your tabletop position. Now this time from the tabletop position, see if you can keep the hands a bit more forward. So not right under your shoulders, a bit more to the front, the fingers that wide, so we give a bit more space into the spine for downward facing dog. We tuck the toes on the back of the mat. And from this place, we slowly lift the knees off the floor, inhaling, coming gently into a downward facing dog. Allow the dog to move, to walk. If you want to bend one knee and the other one. If you want to move into your hips or into your shoulders, into your head as well. Give yourself the opportunity here to move, to release tension throughout of your mouth. If it's your first downward dog of the day, once you find a static, stable position, maybe you want to keep your knees a little bit bent to give space into your lower back. Active arms, active fingers, navel keeps moving in. Find a strong and stable downward facing dog. See if you can keep the left foot on the floor. Inhale, let's lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Hip remains square, toes are pointing down. We take 2 more breaths here. On the exhalation, knee to the chest, round forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. 2 more times. Exhale into the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale into the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. On exhalation, allow the right foot to return into the floor, into your downward facing dog. One more time, find a stable and strong downward facing dog. This time the right foot holds all the way. Inhale, the left leg comes high, 3-legged dog. Find the squareness of your hips, and we take here 2 more breaths. Inhaling here, exhale, knee to the chest, running forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale into the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale into the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. One more time. On exhalation, allow the foot to return into your mat, back into downward facing dog. We take 3 more breaths here into our dog. And with the next exhalation, start bringing the gaze forward towards the hands and start gently taking little steps with your feet to the front. As you come forward, allow the body to keep hanging down. When you reach the top, maybe you want to bend a little bit more your elbows and hug them with your hands. Maybe you want to bend a bit more into your knees. Maybe you feel you want to shake the body up and down or to the sides. Make sure you say a couple of times yes and no with your head to make sure it's released and without tension, pulling itself towards the ground. Let your whole body feel heavier for 5 more breaths here. Release everything to the floor. Now bend your knees a little bit more, and with your eyes open or closed, your choice, try to round your spine and come all the way to standing. Try to move slowly, rounding into your back, lifting vertebra by vertebra. When the head comes up over your shoulders, maybe you want to take a deep inhale, lift your shoulders. Exhale, take them back and down. Take a moment to find your standing position, your Tadasana. If you feel any movement that your body needs to do, maybe you want to shake a little bit the body, shoulders, arms, or even slightly swing to the side. Maybe that's also something that you want to explore. Great. Now let's find ourselves grounded into the feet. See if you can keep them hip distance. So we're going to stretch a little bit more to the side body. Arms on both sides by the hips. We're going to take a deep inhalation, make a big circle with the arms. When they reach the top, think about the right hand wraps the left wrist. Inhale through the left arm, and exhalation, let's find a side flexion towards the right side. Think about the arm keeps pulling that other one towards the floor. Try to keep your hips level on the same line. Find a position where you feel comfortable and take 3 more breaths there. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, let's come through the center, lengthen, release the grip of the hand. And now the exhalation, left hand wraps into right wrist. Inhale through the right arm. And exhalation, now we move to the other direction, finding that side flexion throughout the body. And again, try to keep your hips level and square. Take 3 more breaths, whatever you are. Inhale, let's come through the center, release, lengthen the arms a bit more away from you. On exhalation, try to sink into Tadasana, which means you bend directly your knees and you sink into your feet. Now we find that imaginary chair pose. Try to feel the lengthening from the back all the way to the fingertips. Feel the connection to the ground. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Great. Now with the next inhalation, lengthen your legs, reach the arms even higher. Exhale, forward fold from the hips all the way down to the floor. Take a long inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine forward. Hands on the floor on your shins. On exhalation, hands down, feet back. Let's come into our plank. Take a deep inhalation on your plank. On exhalation, let's do your first vinyasa of your choice. You can do knees, chest, chin again, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for a cobra or upward facing dog. On exhalation, we're gonna come back into downward facing dog. And again, take a moment here to settle in into your dog. Notice how it feels. Lengthen the arms, lengthen your legs. Keep bringing the navel into your spine. Now with the next inhalation, we bring the weight into the left foot. Inhale, right leg high. Lift the leg this time even higher. Then bend the knee and maybe bring that foot behind the back, create a hip open. You can press and allow the hip to go a little bit more back to start finding the side stretch to the right side of your body. Great. Inhale, lift the knee high. Exhale, bring the right knee to the chest. Round forward, round forward, round forward, and take the right foot outside of the right hand. Come into an active lister, which means we allow the hips to drop, but we try to keep the left leg without touching the floor. Now feel the chest open to the front, the back leg is active. Allow the hips to keep sinking, but try to keep the leg without touching the floor. If you feel the urge to drop the knee, please do. But if you can, try to keep it active. And if some of you would like to go deeper, you can either come down to your forearms, maybe on your book or your prop, or directly into the floor. Notice the sinking of your hips here. The space that creates in your legs. We take 3 more breaths wherever you are. If you are down on the block or on the forms, come back into your hands. Press the floor away, lengthen your spine, lift your hips, press the hands, take the right leg all the way back, find a plank pose. Inhale on your plank, on exhalation, your vinyasa. Inhale to open to the front, and with a long exhalation, we return back into downward facing dog. And again, maybe you want to take a deep inhale through your nose. Maybe a long exhale out of your mouth. Inhaling. Exhale, releasing. Now the weight shifts into right foot with an acceleration. Left leg comes high. Three-legged up. The leg keeps coming high and higher, and then the knee bends. The foot comes behind the back, and again, allow the hips to move towards the back side, allowing the left side of the body to feel a stretch. Breathe here strongly. Inhale, lift the knee high. Exhale, knee to the chest, rounding forward, rounding, rounding. And then take the left foot outside of the left hand. And again, we keep the back leg active, but we allow the hips to drop down, trying to avoid the right knee touching the floor, but keep it active. Take a deep inhalation to open into your spine, into the front of your chest as well. And again, on exhalation, either staying there or coming down to your prop, through your forms. Notice how this active lizard feels on this side. We take 3 more breaths, wherever we are. And then we slowly return back into your hand. Lengthen your arms. Press it for a way. Activate your leg. Lift your hips. Lift your hips as much as you can. Lift that left foot. Take it back into your plank pose. And again, on exhalation of Vinyasa, or straight into downward facing dog. Once you reach the dog, maybe you want to move your body again, maybe you want to take a deep exhale of your mouth. Great. With an exhalation, look in between the hands. Exhale, bend to the knees. Long inhale to step, walk, or jump. Bring both feet forward. Halfway lift to the front. Lengthen your spine. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms high. Come into your chair pose again. Sink a little bit more lower if you can. If keeping the arms above your head feels too much for your shoulders, you can always take the hands as well into your heart center. We're gonna stay 5 more breaths here. Strong legs. See if you can sink a little bit lower on your chair. We take 1 more breath here. Exhale a bit more down. Inhale, lengthen whole body. Reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Take a long inhale to lengthen the spine forward. Exhalation, maybe flowing through a Vinyasa into the dog, or directly skipping the Vinyasa into your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through your nose. And again, long exhale out your mouth. Great. Now this time, inhale, left leg high, 3-legged up. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward, running forward, running forward. Drop the left foot outside of your left hand. And again, coming to the active lizard. But this time, the active lizard is going to be a bit more active. So don't let the hips drop too much down. Now, see if you can keep your back leg a little bit stronger. Keep the right hand on the floor, extend the left arm forward so it reaches by the side of the ear towards the front. Now, make the legs even stronger. See if you can come on the fingertips of the right hand. Maybe the right hand starts moving backwards towards the right hip. So we're now holding just the lizard with both feet. Arms moving away from each other, 1 to the front, 1 to the back. And we hold it here for 3 more breaths. On exhalation, both hands into the floor. Now ground your hands around your back. Lift your hips a bit more. Inhale, take the left foot back into a plank pose. On exhalation, a Vinyasa of your choice. Inhale to open forward. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And again, a deep inhale. And a long release through your mouth. This time the right leg goes high, 3-legged duck. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward, rounding, rounding, rounding. And then right foot outside of the right hand. And again, we don't let the hips drop too much, maybe a little bit, but we keep both legs really active to now lift the hands off the floor. Think about first, the right arm reaches forward, in alignment with the right ear. Come on the fingertips of the left hand first, And then the left hand maybe start moving back towards the left hip. If that's too much, you can always keep the left hand on the floor. Hold it here. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, both hands into the floor. Press the hands, lift your chest, round your upper back. Inhale, come into your plank. On exhalation again, Vinyasa. Inhale to open forward. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And again, move your dog. Take a deep inhale. And again, long release through your mouth. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, releasing. With an exhalation, gaze into your hands. Exhale, bend through your knees. Long inhale to step, walk, or jump. Bring both feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees again. Come to your chair pose. One more time. Sinking through the hips. The knees remain bent. Arms towards the sky or into your heart center. We take 5 more breaths here again. See if you can sink a little bit lower into your chair for the last 3 breaths. With an exhalation, lengthen your whole body, reach yourself high. Exhale, forward fold into the floor. Take a long inhale to lengthen the spine forward. On exhalation, again, flow into your vinyasa of your choice or straight into dog. Inhale to open to the front. And again, exhale, returning back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Great. Now look in between your feet on your downward facing dog. See if you can shift again the weight into the right foot. Leave the left foot off the floor just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to come all the way high. And then take the left foot outside of the floor on the right side of your mat. So it kind of like goes and presses on the right side of the right foot. Then press from your hands and see if you can find a bit of that side stretch. Maybe the foot needs to move a little bit more to the side. The right foot can turn a little bit to the side as well. But then both heels want to come to the floor on the right side. You will feel that intensifies the side stretch. Keep pressing with your hands on the front. Inhale, lift your heels, come to the center, lift the left foot, and then return back into your downward facing dog. And again, we're going to shift the weight to the left foot. The right leg lifts just a little bit. Right toes come outside of the left foot, outside of the mat, on the ground. And then again, the foot can be facing forward, or they can turn to the side, and the heels want to drop to the left side. This will increase the stretch to the left, to the right side of your body now. Keep pressing from your hands. We take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, bring both feet to face forward. Lift the right leg, and then take it back into your downward facing dog. Now to reset the body, let's inhale, let's come forward. On exhalation, Vinyasa. Inhale to open to the front. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Great, now with an exhalation, right leg high, 3-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward. Right foot comes in between the hands. Back heel remains active. Come into a high lunge. We start lifting the torso. And then eventually, when we feel ready, we can add the arms above the head. Now take a moment to square your hips to the front to really sink, gazing forward. Beautiful. Now think about right hand comes behind to touch the left leg. Inhale through the left arm and try to lean back. This will open a little bit the side body as well. Try to lean back. Keep the back leg strong. Inhale, lift both arms to the center. Exhale, lean forward. The torso reaches to the front, the arms follow. You make a straight line with the back leg. If it's too much for the shoulders, you can take the hands into your heart center. We're gonna hold it here for 3. More strength to the front foot. 2, 1. Exhale, hands into the floor. Inhale, 3-legged dog again. On exhalation, Vinyasa. Maybe this time a 3-legged Vinyasa or normal vinyasa of your choice. Inhale to open forward, and then exhaling, coming back into downward facing dog. And again, let the breath release tension through the mouth. Deep inhale, long release through the mouth. Now with an exhalation, left leg high, three-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward, rounding fully. Then left foot comes in between the hands. Right heel remains active and lifting, and then we slowly come into the high lunge on the other side. Take a moment to lift the torso, and then we can add the arms as well above the head. Finding that focus point in front of you. Beautiful. This time on the exhalation, left hand comes down to touch the right leg from behind. Inhale to the right arm, and again we lean gently back, finding that opening through the side body. Inhale, lift both arms to the center, to the sky. Exhale, lean forward. We make a line with the back leg, and we hold it here, strong front leg for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale for a three-legged dog. On exhalation, maybe your vinyasa. Inhale to open forward. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And again, long, deep release through your mouth. Move into your legs. Move into your arms, so that feels good. And from here, we're gonna slowly walk the hands to the feet, and we're gonna come into a hanging position on the back of the mat. When you reach the back, you can allow the knees to bend. If you wanna hook your elbows again, shake the body or swing it sideways. Let everything feel heavy and loose. If some of you wanna stretch deeper, you can take the hands behind your legs to pull yourself down, or even the hands under your feet. Make sure the head feels heavy, relaxed, and soft. We take 3 more breaths, whatever you want. See if you can release the hands towards the floor. Bend your knees a little bit more. Take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine forward, gaze to the front. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, come into your chair. So instead of coming forward, we reach the arms to the sky and we keep the knees bending. So return into our chair pose, Utkatasana. And again, take a moment to find your position, to find your alignment. We're gonna stay here for 5 more breaths. 1, 2. See if you can sink a little bit lower for the last 3 breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. So hands to the floor, lengthening your legs. Take a long inhale to lengthen the spine forward, halfway lift. On exhalation, walk with your hands back into your downward facing dog. So take your time. Mind your hands are like your feet, so you take gentle steps forward. And when you have found the right position, press the hands, press your feet and lengthen your spine again. Great. Now with an exhalation, right foot high, 3 like that. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward again, round, round, round. Then take the right foot in between the hands. Coming high to your high lunge, lifting your torso, squaring your hips, and maybe the hands follow and they come above your head. Squaring yourself to the front, take a moment here to find your posture, to find your breath. Great. See if you can take the hands into your heart center. Take a deep inhalation here, and exhalation, lean forward. Push with the left toes and do a gentle step. Bring the left knee to your chest, come to stand on your right foot. Take a moment to find your balance. Beautiful. Now try to have your hips on the same line. Take a moment to find yourself standing with the legs strong. See if you want to take the right hand and press it against the left thigh Open the left arm towards the back and twist to the left side of your body. The gaze can follow the back hand or stay towards the front. It helps you remain into more balance. We take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, bring the left hand forward. Bring both hands into your heart center. On exhalation, we're going to kick this time the left leg back into warrior 3. So instead of bringing the foot into the floor, we try to keep the leg high into the sky. We lengthen the leg. We sink the torso forward. We find our balance. We can play with the arms if we want, or we can keep them always into the heart center. Take 3 more breaths, whatever you are. Take 1 more inhalation, exhalation, bend the right knee, let the left toes touch the back of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms high, high lunge. Exhale, hands into the floor. Inhale, for your Vinyasa, 3-legged Vinyasa, or directly into downward facing dog. Inhale to open, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Deep inhale, and alone release through your mouth. Shake the body, move it a little bit. Great. Now, we're gonna move into the left foot. So with an exhalation, left leg high, 3-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, rounding, rounding, rounding. Then the foot eventually comes closer to the hands. Keep your back in active, and again, we come slowly into our high lunge. Take the time to square to your hips. Find that gazing point in front of you that helps you stay stable and focused. Great, take 1 more inhale here. On exhalation, bring the hands into your heart center. Press the palms against each other. Inhale, lengthen on your spine. On exhalation, lean forward, push with the right toes and make a gentle step. Lift the right knee to your chest and find your balance on your left foot. Keep your spine long here and breathe. See if you can take the left hand and press it against your right thigh, and then open the right arm back, twisting out to the other direction. Three more breaths here. Take 1 more inhale where you are. On the exhalation, bring the hand forward into the heart center. Press the hands into the heart. Inhale here. On exhalation, right leg starts kicking back for warrior 3. Virabhadrasana dry. We start sinking the chest forward. The right leg start extending. And we find our balance, and we can play again now with our arms if we want to. We take 3 more breaths. Inhale here. On exhalation, bend the left knee. Allow the right toes to touch the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your arms for your high lunge. On exhalation, hands into the floor. And again, inhale, Vinyasa of your choice. 3-legged Vinyasa, normal Vinyasa. Or maybe skipping the Vinyasa and coming straight into your downward facing dog. Move into your legs. Move into your arms, move into your hips. Take a deep release out of your mouth. With an exhalation, gaze into your hands. Exhale, bend through your knees. Long inhale to step, walk or jump. Bring both feet forward, halfway lift on the front. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Reach the arms to the sky. On exhalation, palms come down to the heart center. Release the hands on both sides of the body. See if you want to close your eyes just for a moment, just to feel yourself standing, grounding to your feet. Give yourself the opportunity here to ground into your body. If you feel to release tension through your mouth, take a deep breath. 1 more time, inhaling. And exhale, releasing. Great. So now we'll either do 1 more chair pose, but this time the chair will try to squat down into the floor. So I would like to mention that if you feel your squat now actually needs the feet a bit more wide, then maybe you start making in that position. And also as you come down, you can allow the feet to turn a little bit more outwards. That makes it easier for your squat. Now take a moment to stand nice and straight. With an exhalation, take the arms up. On exhalation, bend your knees. We come one more time into the chair pose. We first find our chair, Utkatasana. Now we're going to take first 5 breaths like this. Strong legs. Focus on your breath. And now on the exhalation, see if you can come a little bit more down on your chair. So we start slowly squatting to the floor. Inhale here, exhale a bit more down. 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 See if you can find your body in alignment with your knees, and we're gonna step and stop there, sorry, for 3 more breaths. 1, strong legs. 2, and 3. Exhale, go a little bit more down. Inhale, exhale a bit more down. Inhale, and then go all the way down into your squat. Now, if you need to bring the hands down to realign your feet or something, please do. Take a moment to find your malasana, your yogi squat. And then see if you want to bring the hands in front of your heart center to lengthen a bit more here. Now allow your hips to be open. If you feel like squatting and your heels are lifted, you can also place something behind your heels as support. Otherwise, you can always keep the hands as well for support, or even find your book or your block right under your sitting bones. Take one more inhale where you are. On exhalation, let the body sink forward. So think about rounding. So we're going to come into a gym kind of like posture where the whole body wants to drop in between the legs to the front. Maybe the palms are coming high. Let the head drop down. See how that feels into the back. Let yourself come a bit more forward. We're going to stay here for 5 more breaths. If you have your palms facing up, turning facing down, and gently press your hands around your spine. So we stand lifting, keep always the head down, and at the end allow it to lift. Now as the fingertips are onto the floor, keep the right hand on the floor, press it against your right knee a little bit more, open the hand a little bit more to the side. Inhale, open the left arm backwards, and reach that arm back to create space on your chest. Keep pressing the hand against your leg on the floor. Take one more inhalation here. On exhalation, bring the hand into the floor, now to the other leg. Left fingertips move towards the left leg. They press against the knee. Inhale, the right arm reaches back. And now we twist into the other direction. Reach the arm back. Feel the chest opening. Take one more inhale where you are. On the exhalation, bring the hand forward. See if you want to walk the hands in between your legs, and maybe you will feel now this gives you a little bit more space to stretch forward. Sorry. Think about finding the space in between your legs. If it becomes very intense, just see if you can stop where you are, and we take the last 3 breaths on this position. Great. And then walk with your hands back. Start lifting your torso. And as you come straight up, allow the hands to come behind, allow the sitting bones to connect into the floor. I'm going to turn to the side, and as the sitting bones touch into the floor, see if you can keep your hands behind, but then lift your feet off the floor. We come into a supported Navasana, boat pose. So think about elbows pointing back, the chest is long and spacious, the shoulders move backward, the spine is straight. And now hold it here. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. Focus on the activation of the abdomen. Keep your gaze vision to the front. Try to keep lengthening your spine. If you feel you're rounding and collapsing down, try to keep lifting the sternum forward. Last 3 breaths. And now see if you can lengthen your spine a bit more. Take the hands to the front. Now we're gonna do an active boat pose without the support of the hands. Long spine. We stay for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna come into a low boat, which means the legs are extending, the torsos are coming down. Try to bring the legs extended and the torso almost touching the floor for the last 3. Feel the vibrations, feel the shakiness. 2, 1, and then release everything to the floor. Release out of your mouth, deep inhale again. Long release. Shake the body if that feels good. See if you want to move the legs sideways, or same with the arms, or say with your head. And then slowly start bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice gentle squeeze. Massage into your lower back. Great. And then from here, let's try to find a bit more space into the inner part of the thigh. So let's come into a happy baby, which means the knees are wide and open. The soles of the feet are pointing high, and the hands can come and hold the shin bones, the ankles, maybe the outside of your feet. Try to keep your lower back connected to the ground. And as you find the position, you can also remain static. If you want to move still a little bit sideways, or extend one leg and bend the other one, you can always play here. Take 5 more breaths here. Taking one more deep inhale. On exhalation, releasing the grip of the feet. And bring the knees into your chest. Again, give yourself a gentle squeeze. And let's find a gentle spinal twist. So I would like that we keep hugging just the left knee. We extend the right leg towards the bottom of your mat. Let the leg touch the floor. Now hold the left knee with the right hand. Open the left arm like a T or like a cactus on the level of your shoulder. Inhale here. On exhalation now, guide with the right hand the left knee towards the other side, allowing the spine to turn and twist. Keep your vision first up, sorry. And then if you want, maybe you want to allow the head to turn and look towards the left hand or towards the left elbow. But try not to force the knee coming to the floor. If the knee maybe stays high, that's totally fine. Just focus more on the twisting and releasing of the side body. Take 5 more breaths on this side. Allow yourself to melt and relax a bit more on the exhalation. Then very slowly take the head first into the center. Inhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. And then release the left leg towards the floor. Now bend the right knee, bring it towards your chest. Hold it here, give a gentle squeeze. And again, the left hand just holds the right knee. Right arm opens like a cactus or like a T to the right side. And then on exhalation, the left hand guides the right knee into the other direction. Find yourself twist, and now slowly. And again, don't forcing the knee to come to the floor, more about letting the leg to go wherever it needs to by its own weight. Now you want to turn the head now to look towards the right elbow or the right hand. And again, enjoy the nice body stretch through the side, through the front, and on the back. Last 5 breaths now. And again, if you have the head to one side, inhale, bring the head back to the center. Inhale, bring the knee again slowly to the middle, give it a gentle squeeze. Maybe you want to bring again the left knee in, and then now hug both knees and maybe massage a little into your lower. Stay there, I'm just going to check the time just to make sure we have time for one more thing. Yes, we do have. Perfect. So now, as you're on your back, see if you can find that book or that prop or even a pillow which is thick enough that you can actually raise your hips a little bit off the floor. So we are going to use it somehow to come into a supported bridge. So now keep that prop next to you by the side of one of your hips. Make sure your feet are hip distance and the fingertips are touching into your heels. The shoulders are coming towards the floor. The head remains always on the center and looking up. Never turn the head to the side. So try to keep your vision towards the ceiling. Now press from your feet and start feeling how the legs find strength and the hips start lifting off the floor. Find your prop and then place it very gently under your sacrum. The book, the pillow, maybe a block if you have it at home. The height of the book or the block, especially because the blocks are easier to turn into different heights. So then you can place it into the right level and then allow yourself to maybe readjust your arms if you want. Feel the weight of the sacrum and of the hips pressing into your prop. If it feels uncomfortable, maybe you're putting the block or the prop directly on the lumbar spine, which is the space between the vertebrae of the lower back. If that's so, try to find a triangular shape of the sacrum, which is kind of like at the level of the hip bones. Now, once you have found a good position, see if you want to stay like this with the hands by the side of your body. Maybe some of you want to bring the arms above your head to create a bit more space on the chest. Maybe some of you want to even try to lengthen the legs away from the block, which means we lengthen the feet towards the bottom of your mat, and then you like this, you find a bit more stretch, especially on your thighs. But it should be feel comfortable. If it's bringing pain into your lower back, then rather keep your knees bent and your feet into the floor. Now we're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. So that's actually a long time to observe the breath and allow everything to relax for a moment. So take a moment to settle in into your posture. See if anything needs adjustment first. And then close your eyes and allow your body to melt into your prop. Notice how the front opens, how it gains space and stretch. Allow the breath to slowly start finding a soft and gentle rhythm, preparing itself for Shavasana. And enjoy just the moment, this peace, the effects of the practice, the energy moving around your body. This moment is for you. We have 1 more minute. allowing everything to become into stillness, to a quiet, peaceful state. And we're going to take now our last 10 breaths here. Make them slow, gentle, and conscious. And then slowly start bringing the awareness back into your body. Maybe moving again your fingers or your toes. If your legs were extended, see if you can slowly start bending your knees and bring the feet into the floor. If your arms are up towards the head, then take them down by the side of your hips. Find your feet connecting to the floor, and with one breath, just slowly press from the feet, lift your hips away from the prop, take it to one side with one of the hands, and then very slowly allow the hips to return back into the floor. If you feel you need to pause like this first, you can allow the knees to fall towards each other towards the center line. If you want to hug them into your chest one more time, please do. If you feel ready for your Shavasana, maybe you want to extend the legs all the way to the bottom of your mat. But if you feel you need to do one last more movement before Shavasana, try to do it slowly and mindfully. And eventually, after those last movements, allow yourself to return back into your mat. Once you're on your back for your Shavasana, maybe you want to take one more deep inhale through the nose. One more deep exhale out of your mouth. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Keep your eyes closed. Enjoy the peace. Enjoy the silence. Shavasana. If you wish to stay longer in Shavasana, please stay where you are and try to ignore my instructions for those who will wake up together. If you wish to wake up now, maybe take a deep inhale again through the nose and a long release out of your mouth. Start bringing the awareness back into your body, to toes and fingers. Allow them to move. Allow the movement to ripple to your hands, to your feet, to the wrists, to your ankles. Maybe the head wants to move to the side. Maybe you want to reach again the arms above your head. Lengthen your whole body. And then release it down. As you keep your eyes closed, bend your knees, bring the feet into the floor, and then allow the body to turn to one side completely. And from the side position, very gently with the help of your hands. Find the connection to the floor. Press the floor away. And try to come slowly back into a comfortable seated position. Sit one more time nice and tall. Feel the shoulders relaxing away from your ears, giving space. And from this place of silence and stillness, allow the palms to return together in front of your heart center. With the thumbs connect to the center of your heart, finding the vibrations here. And from this place of connection, may you want to return back into your intention that you set at the beginning. And from this place of connection, may you want to take a deep inhale through your nose. Long release through the mouth. One more time, inhaling. And exhale, release. Take one last inhale for Om. On your next exhalation, let yourself bow the head towards your heart center. Taking a moment of gratitude to love towards yourself. Namaste.